welcome back to Red White Truth. I'm your host, Tisha Powell, and we are joined today with Jayne. She is an author of 5 books, and we're going to talk about the one that just got released. Jayne, thanks so much for coming on today.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure, my absolute pleasure.
So, can you tell the viewers a little about you, please?
Sure. So I actually wrote the 2013 USA Fiction Book of the Year called Capitol Hell. That book is a juicy, saucy tale about everything that happens behind the scenes on Capitol Hill, and really kind of has been compared to Devil Wears Prada. So it's a really juicy adult fiction style book that's really good for the beach right now. Well, after reading that book, I had a couple of people approach me saying, you know what, you should write a children's book. And I'm like, well, it's always kind of been on my bucket list to write a children's book. Okay. But when I first started, I thought it was going to be a book that was going to be for a 2 to 3 year old, kind of a toddler picture book about hockey. I had no clue that it was going to be right now the 6th book is coming out at the end September. That's a chapter book based on real life inspiring kids that we have 4 to 5 characters that have physical disabilities and different behavioral health issues in the book. So it's about as authentic and real as you can possibly come, all based around our favorite sport, hockey.
Okay, so I know your 5th book has to do with hockey with a child that has cerebral palsy. So explain just...
Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories. Every time I write a book, I always tell myself, oh, this is my favorite. This is the new best. This is my favorite one to come out. No. This is actually truly my favorite book. So it's the best story. Little Lila, who is Lila is 9 years old from Minnesota. She got gifted the first 2 books from a NHL family. Coach, and she was born with cerebral palsy, wheelchair bound, but she's got the most grit and determination, and I say that she's got $1 million smile because she's so adorable. She actually read the first couple books and then told her parents that she was going to play hockey, so now she skates through assisted mobile device equipment, and we tell that story in book 5.
Okay, so basically you're pretty much telling disabled kids or kids with special needs that the sky is the limit for them.
Oh, and we don't have to tell them. These kids know that. These kids definitely know that the sky is the limit. And they, from special hockey, they learn more than just the skating and the physical abilities. They're learning that they can be accepted. They can learn that they can do absolutely anything they set their minds to. And, it also teaches the other teammates around them, too, about inclusion and about everything that's great and dandy. But they learn balance. We learned a lot that they've learned through endurance, through going out and beat on the ice, and that increases as they keep going on.
Can you talk more about inclusion? Because it seems to me that this is where we're going as a society. There was a time then we wanted to exclude people with disability from our circle. Now, as you can tell with the school systems, they will probably have kids now with inclusion. Can you tell us a little about inclusion?
Yeah, and this is really a good lesson. So basically, I was at a hockey game with my daughter, and she came out, I think somebody around us maybe used the R word, and I absolutely can't stand the R word. And she's like, not everybody had your background growing up. And that made me really think. At the time, I was a political science professor. Yeah. And that made me really think as a kind of a teacher that, she might be onto something. So I was writing the books at the time. And so I'm like, you know what? I want to make this as authentic and real as possible and teach kids about inclusion without necessarily being thrown down their throats, right? So in an easy way that's understandable, that's relatable, that's authentic and real is what the books are really like, because we take real inspiring kids that you see at the hockey arenas, that you see at the hockey games, that you see out in practice, and tell their stories, what it's really like, and incorporate that into the series. And I think that's why grandmas and moms and kids especially love it, especially sibling pairs, because a lot of times, especially if you have a child that has special needs, the other sibling might not necessarily always get sometimes some of the attention that other families would have. So I think we bring that also into the book in an easy manner, and I think sibling pairs really do enjoy the books together.
And not only that, we're in a society where a lot of people, seriously, they still use the R word. They still look at you weird if you have, a person with disability. And I think that this book is actually showing people, not even disabled people, but typical people that, hey, the sky's the limit for disabled people. Back off now. Let them do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
So, I know you don't want to give away the 6. You said you have a 6.
Oh my gosh, yes I do. So I love the 6th book. So basically, when I was just recently at a youth hockey tournament, the largest youth hockey tournament in the United States, we were there, slinging books, so to speak. And I was going through the stories about this book is about this book is about this, and then the 5th book, and I told the whole little story about Lila. A mom came up to me and she said, "That's my daughter's story." And it took me by surprise. I didn't understand what she was saying at the time. That's my daughter's story, right? Her daughter was born with cerebral palsy too. And started playing hockey and went from a wheelchair to braces because of the strength from the ice with her legs.
Wow.
Unbelievable. So in book 6, I'm not giving the whole thing away, but in book 6, we bring in McKenna. That's her name. And McKenna's story gets told, and she becomes friends with Lila, and they really do share a bond. And then they go and tell their other teammates about it. So it's going to be, let me tell you, that's going to be a blockbuster winner.
So we're definitely going to have you back on. You said September. You think you're going to be releasing this?
I think right. Well, hopefully right around when the NHL season starts. Again, we like to kind of put our books right at the same time that we drop the puck, so to speak. So hopefully that October or September-ish will be the time frame.
But in the meantime, where can viewers get the other 5 books?
Oh my gosh, great question. So of course, any retailer, the big retailers, but the best place right now is through our website, officialadventures.org. I sign those books and write a little inscription if somebody wants to make it a gift, and that's great. Officialadventures.org.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, Jayne. And we look forward. We have to have you back for the 6th book. You just left us hanging, and we just want to know more about it.
I love it. I love being able to give these kids this voice and telling them how inspiring they are. When I met McKenna, she melted my heart instantly.
That's amazing.
And her little braces are so cute. They're leopard print.
That's just amazing, Jayne. Thank you.
They're adorable.
All right. Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. That was Jayne, everyone. We'll be back after this shortly.